what you figure. Musically, I'll be the earth, so sit back and like me.
I get it. 80% of all the comedians here smoke pot. 80% of them. The other 20%, they're not funny. Yes, hey-o, doing great. You got a great smile. I like your energy.
I think weed should be legal everywhere. It helps people. It does. It helps the little kids. The little kids who have seizures, it helps them. It helps the people with cancer when they gotta go through chemotherapy. It helps them. It helps the old people with Alzheimer's. Did you know that? Yeah. They smoke the weed, then they forget they can't remember. That shit is amazing. If you know somebody with Alzheimer's, take them some weed, see how they act. You'll find out your granddad knew how to roll up. Just shit. Hit the shit, start remembering everybody's names. God damn it, Joy, where you been? Shit. Get my Tony on the phone. You fucking shit up. That's why y'all don't take weed down to the old folks' home. You don't want.
All I'm saying, you gotta enjoy your motherfucking life. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Enjoy your goddamn life. Life is fucking short. Enjoy that shit. Some of y'all just need to smoke some weed and see if it don't help the quality of your motherfucking life. I know, I see some of y'all. Look, I understand. If you ain't smoking weed because you got a good job, then by all means make your paper, boo-boo. But if you ain't got no job and you not smoking weed, I don't know what the fuck you are doing with your life. I really don't. I really don't. Don't give me that shit about it's a drug. It ain't no motherfucking drug. I done the research. It's just a plant. It just grows like that. And if you should happen to set it on fire, there are some effects. But that's not the same as drugs. Drugs, you got to do shit to it chemically. You gotta add baking soda, water, stir it up. I don't know the recipe, I'm just saying. There's some shit you gotta do to it. But why the fuck is it illegal? I don't know. Aspirin is perfectly legal, but if you take 13 of them motherfuckers, it'll be your last headache. Long as you've been living, you ain't never heard of a motherfucker overdose on marijuana. You might have thought that nigga was dead. He ain't dead. He gonna wake up in 30 minutes, hungry enough to eat up everything in your house. That's the side effect. Hungry, happy, sleeping. That's it. Don't testify. I'm just saying. If your life is fucked up, you need weed. Weed is put on this earth for niggas on the struggle, niggas on the grind. There is a chemical in weed that's called bucket. And if you can just get that in your system, it could change your life. Some of y'all be crying about bills you can't pay. Just, I don't know what I'ma do about this light bill. They want the whole thing. They don't want a piece of it, a deposit. Just hit the blunt one time and see if it don't change your perception of what's important in your life. You just, I don't know what I'ma do about this life. Fuck them goddamn lights. I got 12 candles. I've been waiting to burn them bitches.
When you get your weed from white people, they let you try it before you buy it. Can't get that from black people. You have to smoke them out with the shit you just got from them. In business, that's called reneging.
Also, you get in fights with people here that you don't expect. Like, it's not like fights where you just like, I think I'm gonna fight some guy my side. You get in fights with just random people of all, old ladies. Like you fight with like a weird variety of people. And a lot of times about cabs. I get a lot of cab fights because there's just not enough cabs here. I don't know what's going on, but I cannot. Sometimes, there's no lie, using all of my whiteness, I cannot just stand at the corner. They just drive by me with like whiter people than me. I don't know what's happening. Gingers and albinos laughing at me, calling me mean words. I got in a fight with this lady for a cab, and so I called her like, well, have you ever seen the movie Precious? Have you guys seen Precious? Black people, have you seen, not Precious, have you seen Precious? Okay, have you seen, but this is more important, this is a more important question. Have you seen the Human Centipede, which is like our Precious? That's like our very movie for white people to watch. It's like the same kind of, like, it's like people trapped in a bad situation, they don't know how to eat right. You know? They have a good diet, so it's like, it doesn't end up good for them. But here's my problem with Precious. That's not a true story. That's made up. Do you know that? That's not a real girl. They made her up. Why are you making up this girl and doing these things to her? What? Like, who's getting helped by that? From Precious. I'll tell you who's not getting helped. Girls that look like Precious, their lives are destroyed right now. Their lives are ruined by that movie. Because I got news for you. You piss me off and look like Precious, I'm gonna call you Precious. Like, you don't even have to look like it that much. So I called this lady White Precious, and she looked very surprised. Like, she thought she couldn't get called Precious because she was white. Bam, White Precious. That's how clever I am. Quick on my feet, because we were fighting over a cab, you know. And I was just running late. I was an hour late for something. I couldn't find any cabs, and I finally see one cab coming. There's White Precious getting my cab. But I didn't call her White Precious for that. I went up to her. I go, "Excuse me, miss. Do you think we could share this cab? Like, I'm really desperate and I'm late, and I'll pay for your ride wherever you gotta go. I just gotta get to where I'm going." And then this is her exact reaction. "Oh my God, get the fuck away from me! Help! Help me! Help me! Somebody help me!" So I'm doing exactly what she did. Like if you were being sexually assaulted in broad daylight, how you should yell, because I asked to share a cab. And I didn't call her White Precious for that, okay? The first thing I did was check to see if my dick was out, just to be extra, like, before we start yelling White Precious at people, maybe your penis is on the outside of your pants. And that's why you can't, you know, everybody's yelling and there's no cabs for you. Miss, please, I'm desperate. I'll pay any amount of money that you want if you would just let me cram in there. Yeah, so it was in my pants. I go, "Shut up, White Precious! Nobody's coming at you in a sexual way. What am I, your dad?" That is a direct, I'm telling you, a real quote from me. Yeah, I said that. And then and she goes, "If you don't stop harassing me, I'm gonna call the police." I go, "Call a cop right now. I want to see a cop's face when you tell him that I attempted to scale and rape you. I want him to write that I want him to take out a pad and have to write that with a straight face. That in broad daylight, I thought I'd throw it all away and tackle a dump truck and lift up his flannel shirt to find a fucking opening. Call a cop. I'll wait, call a cop. Okay, call a cop." Yeah. I take it too far sometimes. Way overboard with that. And then she did call the cops. And it got kind of real because I don't know if you ever heard yourself getting described to the police by someone who's calling the police, but it's very upsetting. Like, you know how you stick out? Like, "He has very strange eyebrows and nostrils." I don't know, he's Turkish or something? I don't know, what the hell? And then she goes, "He has a blue gym bag." When she said blue gym bag, I was like, oh shit, because I had just bought like all my weed for the month that like I had in this bag. That's why I was late, because I had like a month's supply of weed. By the way, don't buy a month's supply of weed. You're not gonna make it last a month, idiot. So, one second, I'm real cocky. I'm like, "Yeah, fatso, I'd like to see, oh God, weed." And I had to run, I ran into traffic and hid at CVS for 20 minutes while the cops came. So, the moral of the story is, you don't have to be nice to people, but just don't carry illegal shit on you.
I had to go back and learn fractions just to buy weed from white people. I didn't know nothing about eighths or quarters or nothing like that. Nobody told me that if the bottom number was bigger, you get less. to rush down to Home Depot to get one of them rulers with the lines on them. The guy was like, what you using it for? Like, I'm buying an 8 from a white guy. Which one is the 8? You got the little short line next to the quarter because I don't want to get ripped off. I want the right length. I'm on the phone telling my friends, don't worry about it. I got 2 1/64s coming. We'll just put one in the freezer. This should last us till Christmas.
It's good to be here in America. America. Fuck yeah. That's how you guys sound to me. We're Americans, man. Fucking Americans. We're fucking Americans, man. I don't know why I'm doing this with my leg. It just feels good. America. Fucking America. I've been learning from you people. I've been watching you. I've been learning your culture. I've learned a lot about you. What have I learned since I've moved to America? You guys have got some of the best kidnappers in the world. That guy that kept those women in a basement in their own neighborhood for 10 years. I'm still trying to work out whether that's genius or laziness. You know the dude I'm talking about, right? The dude in Cleveland. I mean, to be honest, I've been to Cleveland and I would have preferred the basement. Cleveland shit. He kept them in the basement in their own neighborhood, right, for that long. I mean, there was an interview with one of the women that got out, and she was talking about how from the basement she could hear when her family were barbecuing. And I was like, my God, that was close. And then I was like, hold on a minute. This woman was missing, and her family were barbecuing. Now, I'm not from America, so I do not know your missing family member etiquette. How long is it before you start barbecuing again? It's a difficult question. It's like Amanda is missing, we love her, and we want her home. But these ribs ain't gonna cook themselves. America!
Burning deep down in my soul. She stole my heart and left me with an endless memory.
This shit, I think it should be legal. They still talking about it's a war on drugs. I think weed should be legal, man. I don't think it's a war on drugs. I don't think it's ever been a war on drugs. I think it's a war on people. It's a war on taking people to jail and making money off of them through the process. No, look. I'm saying what I see, so if it was really a war on drugs, you would stop all the new drugs from coming out. But that's not what they do. Every few years, we got some new super drugs. They got some powerful shit on the streets right now. They got some meth, it's so strong. The people smoke it, their teeth fall out immediately. Like they got hit with a piano on Looney Tunes, just ting, ting, ting. That fake weed, the synthetic weed, that shit'll make you go crazy. Yeah, had you butt naked in the street singing Prince songs. And they got the heroin's so bad now, the people taking the heroin, they die from an overdose. Then they come back to life, write a suicide note, and die again. Twice, 2 times. They don't even have ecstasy no more, they got Molly now. That's like concentrated ecstasy. That's like ecstasy times 10. And it's bad, but it's kind of good. Listen, shut up, it's bad, wait. It's so good that nobody needs to feel that good. It's so good, it's bad. Nobody, like, I don't take it no more. No, because you don't know how people act. I know how I act on it, but I don't know how other people act. One time my homeboy was like, look, we got these girls, they want us to come over there and kick it with them. I got the Molly, let's go ahead, take it now. That way, by the time we get over there, it'll kick in. I was like, okay, cool. So I took mine, I was good. He took his, and then he started pacing around the house. And then he came in the room where I was, and he was like, man, I'm trying to fuck something. I was like, something? That's a wide range of shit. No, man, I don't want to go no more. I'm not trying to find out if I'm something or nothing. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm pretty sure something is anything in this one. Oh, man. Just saying, I think it should be legal. I'm not going to jail for weed either, I'll tell you that right now. Not here. I'm not nowhere. It don't matter. Because I don't keep more weed on me than I can eat. I will eat that shit immediately. As soon as I see the headlights. Sometimes if I got more weed than I think I can eat in one bite, I take little cups of applesauce. And if I get pulled over, I pour the weed in the applesauce and mix it together like old people take their medicine. That way I can get it down real fast. And plus, as a black man, you gotta look as least threatening as possible around the police. And what look less threatening than eating some shit with a spoon? No, you can't say I looked aggressive if I was finishing my applesauce. I don't like how police talk to people. Don't pull me over, start yelling at me immediately. You don't know what's going on in my life, okay? Treat me like a person. You don't know what's going on in my life. I'm high. I can't think when you yell at me, okay? They come up, roll the window down right now, roll it down. I'm like, oh shit, where is the window? Hold on, God damn. I think I got the child locks on. You know what? I forgot. This one don't work. You gonna have to walk around here. Just stop yelling. Walk around here and get you an applesauce. Police pull you over. They try to, police pull you over. They want to find the drugs. So they got those drug dogs. I don't believe in drug dogs. I don't think that's a real thing. I believe in dogs. I like dogs. Maybe you can give a dog drugs and he'll be, but I don't think that there's dogs out there that can sniff out all the different types of drugs and show you exactly where they are all the time. I don't believe that. Because if that was the case, I would have went to the shelter and adopted 12 goddamn dogs. And I'd have a drug dog sled team that I just walk through bad neighborhoods, shouting out what I'm looking for. Just, Kush! 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 Let's go, boys! We found 2 pounds yesterday. We gotta do better. Come on. Come on. Put that back. Put it back. That's heroin. You're gonna be sleepy. Come on. You're gonna be sleepy. Come on. No, I don't just say this because I'm just making stuff up. I don't believe in drug. Look, I've been pulled over by the police before, and they had the drug dog, okay? Now, I had smoked some weed, but I didn't have any weed. All the weed was gone. I ate it. The police pulled me over, and he got the dog out the car, and he walked the dog around the car, and he walked the dog to the trunk of the car. And then he tapped on the trunk and the dog jumped up there and he was like, the dog's telling me that there's weed in the car. And I said, what? So I looked at the dog and I looked at the trunk and I tapped on the trunk and the dog jumped back up there and I was like, well, he told me no, it's not. He made a mistake. You're not the only dog whisperer, officer. That's get up here. Every dog knows how to do that. That's...
Had to be careful though. careful, cause weed is getting stronger every 2 weeks. And these niggas ain't sending out memos or bulletins or nothing. The shit just strong for no reason. And these niggas that sell the weed be happy than a motherfucker to tell you how much stronger this shit is than the last shit. Just soon as they see you, just nigga. You remember that shit I gave you last week, nigga? It's nothing, nigga, it's nothing. It's nothing, nigga. Nigga, it's nothing. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. Right here. This shit, nigga. This shit here, nigga. Always have some fucked up name. It's cryptochronic, like, nigga.
But weed safe. Think about it, other drugs. Take too much of them, what happens? Prescription drugs, take too much of them, what happens? What happens? Die from an overdose. Dead. Whoever died from a weed overdose? When has that happened? When have they ever rushed anybody to the ER? Hurry up! Get him some Fruit Loops and some Kool-Aid before Cottonmouth sets in. This man's got the munchies. We need a large pepperoni stat. I think we can save him. What are you talking about? No. It's safe. Go to the emergency room, say, hey, I got too high, I smoke too much weed. You know what they gonna do? They gonna give you a cookie and say, go sit your stupid ass down over there. We got real lives we trying to save. Be you and 10 other motherfuckers eating cookies, looking stupid. You gonna finish your cookie? Yes! Don't ask me for my cookie, I'm trying to get well.
Man. What else I learned? I've never seen so many pharmaceutical products for sale before. Either you guys are really sick or they're trying to convince you guys that you're really sick. These pharmaceutical companies, they're making up illnesses. What the fuck is restless leg syndrome? That shit does not exist. There was no restless leg syndrome 100 years ago. Nobody in Game of Thrones has restless leg syndrome. Right? I'm yet to see that scene. We will fight King Joffrey. We will go to war. Oh, shit. I can't get on the horse. This is... ADHD did not exist 50 years ago. 50 years ago, you was just a crazy little fucker. That's what you were. 50 years ago, ADHD was cured by a swift kick to the face. Shut the fuck up, sit down. Now they got all these commercials that come on in the middle of the night. These commercials like, do you find that your eyes close at night? Then you need oxymoxyloxyloxyloxyloxytrin. Side effects may include headaches, dizziness, nausea, menstruation in men, and death. America.
Why is it illegal? Pharmaceutical companies are the big one. They don't want you to have weed because if you had weed, you wouldn't need to buy a lot of their shit. If you had weed, you wouldn't need sleeping pills. Smoke pot, jerk off, and try to stay awake. Seriously. If you can smoke pot, jerk off, and stay awake, you should be a Navy SEAL. Should be fighting for freedom. Me, I have a goal when I smoke pot and jerk off. It's to stay awake long enough to remember to let go of my dick. I never got there yet. I got close a couple times. I'm like, tonight's the night. Wake up later. Oh man, fuck. Sad knowing that you're gonna do it again. I'm never gonna fucking rise above. But it's only sad because I live with a wife and kids. If I was alone, I wouldn't give a fuck about jerking off. I'd be fine and dandy. That's why hotel rooms are amazing for men. That's the only time a man can truly jerk off in peace. You know where, there's the door, there's the bed, there's nothing else here. All right, we're good. So when a man jerks off in a hotel room, he has two options, two things to consider. Clean up or fuck it. And I always go with fuck it. The moment my load hits my chest, I do a quick gator roll in the sheets. I find a dry spot and I'm out.
First of all, I've stopped smoking weed. With black people, you didn't let me finish, motherfuckers. God damn. I'm sorry, black people, to break the news so publicly, but I can't smoke it anymore. Every time I smoke weed with my black friends, all you talk about is your trials and tribulations. I'm sick of that shit. I got my own problems. Nigga, that's a waste of weed. I'm smoking weed to run away from my problems, not take on yours. From now on, I smoke weed exclusively with white people. Calm down, motherfuckers. You win by default. You got good weed conversation. All white people talk about when they get high is other times that they got high. I can listen to that shit all night. Dude, remember at Frank's last week? It's fucking smashed, man. And catalogs everything they drink. 2 shots of Jaeger, tequila, 4 bong hits, man, beer, cheeseburger. That shit is great. The only bad part is you cannot pass out around white people. Every time white dudes pass out around each other, they always do some borderline gay shit when the guy's asleep. Frank fell asleep, so he like stuck a carrot in his ass and put shaving cream on his balls. Like, why, motherfucker? Why would you do that to a friend of yours? He trusted you enough to sleep around you. You gonna put a carrot in his ass? Is that nice? I tell you right now, if I put a carrot in a black dude's ass, a nigga will kill you when he wakes up for some shit like that. That is an automatic death sentence on the street. It's a rap for you. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. I thought y'all was friends, baby. What happened? I fell asleep at his house, right? We was drinking, and I fell asleep at his house. And while I was sleeping, right? I'm just gonna kill that motherfucker, all right? That's all you need to know. Fuck carrots.
I mean, this is a true story.
So this is a true story.
It's a true story. So I was a young comic working in at the Boston Comedy Club, working the door.
In New York.
In New York.
In the Village.
Yeah, and I used to party with all the black comics. Because I don't...
Well, you like to.
Yeah. And so we used to have a good time. And so then one night, Tracy Morgan comes in. This is when he's starting to get back into stand-up after SNL. So like when you were a young comic and a new celebrity came in, you like had to see that shit. Had to. So I go in and I watch Tracy's set, and it is not, we have nothing in common. He's doing observational material, and his observational material is like, all right, yeah, okay. Who remembers finger fucking by the handball courts? and I'm just like, and he thinks that's a shared experience, like losing a sock in the dryer.
Right.
But like everyone else, and then he walks you through, he's like, you put that bitch up against the wall and just pussy pop that bitch. You wouldn't even kiss her, put your arm in your own stank. And now you have a visualization of like Precious getting boxed out at a handball court, making eye contact with passerby, just getting her pussy blown out by Tracy Morgan. Oh, God. So, but then he comes on stage and he's like, fucking, yeah, I'll hit that, man. I got this new bit about my dick being so pretty you can suck it with the lights on. Which is a genius statement because I've never had a blowjob in the light, but he just didn't word it right? So
my dick is so pretty you can suck it with the lights on.
Yes. So then he goes, hey, you want to get high? And I was like, yeah, and because I'm a grown up. And so we walk around the corner and he pulls out this wreck of a joint, hands it to me, hits it, gives it to me, I hit it, and it tastes like shit. It tastes like sweat socks, like just like, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, you never smoked Sherm before? And I was like, what? And he's like, Sherm, baby, Angel dust, PCP. You never smoked Sherm before? And I'm like, you just gave me fucking PCP? Like, how did you know? Who ever taught you how to get high? Like, so I panic bad, like hardcore anxiety attack. I go back to the club. I go to this older black comic who was and still is one of my good friends. And I go, hey man, Tracy just gave me PCP. He's like, oh, let me tell you something, shorty. Tracy doesn't smoke PCP. He's fucking with you. I was like, what? He's just smoking pot. He's fucking with you though. He's just getting in your head. And I was like, no, I smoke PCP. I'm feeling weird. And he goes, whatever you do, shorty, don't go to your house. You hang out with us tonight. So I'm like, all right. So I do my set. I bomb. We all go out, and Tracy is in downtown Soho, like down right on Houston, right? And he's in a club that is like one of those railroad clubs where it goes all the way back. You have to like walk down a flight of 5 stairs to get to, and he's in the back. He's been there like 20 minutes, and he is holding court with his shirt off, okay? Shirt off, bottles of champagne covering his table. There's other tables that have champagne on it. He's buying it for them. I'll buy her a bottle of champagne right now. I got a pretty dick. Like, just Eddie Murphy gave me this. Whatever the fuck he's saying is like loud and boisterous. So I sit at the table, and I think I'm on PCP, and I start ordering Heinekens separately from this wreck of a bar tab he has. And so I'm getting Heinekens, and then the whole night goes through. It's kind of an interesting, bizarre experience. But like 2 o'clock in the morning, and Tracy and the waitress comes up. She's got the bill, and she puts it in front of me because I'm at a table with all black dudes. So she thinks I'm their agent or lawyer or coach, whatever I am. So she gives me the bill, and I see it, and I'm like, oh, I can't. And Tracy Morgan flips out, and he goes, oh, what the fuck is that? That's fucking racism. You give it to him, he works the goddamn door. He doesn't do, ain't no make any money. I'm the rich motherfucker in here. I'm on TV. I'm the rich motherfucker. And he flips the bottle of champagne table upside down. Now the woman's like, sir. And he goes, hey, and he takes his shirt and throws it in her face. A bouncer comes up and he's like, excuse me, sir. And Tracy just wham, lays the guy in the biggest fight I've ever been in, just breaks out all over. People are fighting, jumping on it, and I think I'm on PCP. So I walk out on Houston and I start going, this isn't happening. This is imaginary. This is not real. People are flooding out left and right. And they're like, dude, that shit's going off. Tracy's got like 4 dudes on him. And I was like, holy shit. A minute later, the doors kick open, and Tracy Morgan is launched out of the club by the back of his neck and the seat of his pants, just up onto the street. They put his shirt on him? No, up on the street, shirtless, laying at my feet on the sidewalk. Doors close. Second later, doors kick back open, and Tracy's shirt comes out end over end and lands on his head, and it's silent. And we're looking at Tracy like, fuck. This is crazy. All of a sudden, he looks up, stands up, takes his shirt, snaps it, and he goes, now that's how you get out of paying a check. This guy's crazy like a fox. He's the crazy. He fucking just walked out on a $6,000 bar tab. Holy shit. Getting kicked out of the bar.
But you really did that? That's all?
That's awesome.
I mean, do you ever have to pay for it?
I have no idea. I mean, here's the thing. I only met Tracy once. That was you don't hang out with a dude more than that.
Oh, I would never leave that guy's side. Oh, I would have to be hanging out with him every day. I would have to be hanging out with him all the time.
Yeah.
God damn, you got a crazy fucking move.
And I laugh at every inch of it too.
Well, that's the only way you can. I mean, what you've done is you've done the ultimate, take a negative and turn it into a positive.
I try really hard.
But you mean you really have, because your sense of humor is so fucked up. But it's because of your life that it's so funny. I mean, that's why it works. If you had a cushy life and you were saying the shit that you say, it wouldn't be funny.
So it wouldn't be.
No.
And that's one of the things with my husband, like when I was sharing with, like my kid's father shot me and beat me, you know, most of your listeners kind of know who I am, they know my background. And one of the things when I started sharing my life, my husband had that protective mode. He didn't want me to, you know, he knew how negative the world could be when I started to share these stories. So I could see where he wanted to step in and protect me.
Right.
You know, when people would judge me, you know, like I dropped out of school in 8th grade. When my husband went to the military, went on off it, he had a mom and dad, he had a way better life than me. So he would always be there to like be that protector. Like when I was like, oh, they think I'm stupid or they think I'm this, and I just he helped me grow a backbone to say, fuck what people think about you. I mean, because there was so much screwed up stuff in my head. Like, one of the things my mama taught me about white people, like I didn't deal with white people. I mean, let's be honest, I'm from the hood. There was a police or the caseworker. My mama told me, she said, white people are better than you. Never look them in the eye, never fucking devil. So my whole life, Joe Rogan, I was scared of white people. And when I wrote the book and I told the lady this, when I would see white people, I would immediately look down. Well, that's what the slaves used to do. And that's what the book lady taught me. And I was like, I can't look them in the eye. And then she was like, why? And I told her the story, and I told my husband the story. And he said, Pat, he said, we're all the same. Your fucking mama is stupid. I used to tell a bit. I said the only difference between me and you, white woman, is my titties is bigger than yours. But I was in my late 20s when I learned that. Because when I moved to Indianapolis, I couldn't talk to you. My words would stumble, and I would immediately say, I'm stupid, and I would look away. And when I started doing comedy in Indianapolis, and my fan base turned white, and I was like, why the fuck y'all like me? Get away from me. Before I uppercut the shit out of you. I used to say that to myself. And my husband sat me down and was like, Pat, we all the same. Your fucking mom is stupid. I'm like, we are? And I was in my late 20s, but I had never, ever dealt with white people like I dealt with them when I moved into that community. And I'm glad, because it taught me a lot as a young girl out of the inner city of Atlanta, that we are all the same. The problem with this country is we don't fucking talk. No communication.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the funniest women I know, Miss Pat, everybody. Keep it going for Miss Pat.
Tonight I'm gonna tell you how my big titties saved my life. So it was the summer of 1988. I'm 16 years old. I got 2 kids, 2 and 1 years old, and I'm living in the hood in Atlanta. And in this hood, I'm trying to survive. So I go out and start me a small business. Well, I was selling crack, but we're gonna call it a small business tonight. Okay, white people? Because when you're 16 years old in the hood and you got 2 kids, there's only 2 things you can do for a job. Either sell drugs or sell your body. So I did the one that paid the most. So I had to advertise this business, and I couldn't go out, and try to get no fucking commercial, no flashy signs or no shit like that. So I had to advertise the way we do in the hood. I went out and bought me a 1980 Fleetwood Cadillac from the junkyard for $500. And I put $9,500 into it, rims and paint. So I take this car and I paint it pearl white with 1,001 gold flakes in it. And white people, you probably know the hell I'm talking about. But when you got a paint job with 1,001 gold flakes, you the shit in the hood. So I'm sitting in my car one day with one of my clients, running inventory through my small business. I always had to keep a client in the car with me because I was 16 years old with a learner's permit, and I didn't want to risk the chance of losing my fucking permit. So I'm sitting there one day, and one of my robbers walked up and he hit the back of my car, and he just yelled, "Rabbit, hit the hell out of the car with your fat ass." And the Rabbit is my hood name because you can't go by your real name in the hood. Patricia don't sound tough at all. I get out the car and we argue, and he fucking spit on my car. Now, it wasn't a regular spit, people, because I wouldn't have got mad. It was a type of spit that he pulled from his damn navel. The first thing I'm thinking, like, this fucker done fucking chipped one of my gold flakes. I paid a lot of money for that paint job. So I go to my car because I gotta be tough and I'm a girl. I reach in the car and grab my baby bag, and I move the Pampers over. Then I move the crack over. Then I get my pistol. Cause you know I'm a good mama, you gotta keep all the shit together. And so I take my gun and I stick it to his dick. And I said, now get that shit off of my car before I turn your dick into a blooming onion. He wiped the spit off, and I said, now get the hell out of here. He walks away. He gets halfway up the hill, and he turn around, and he's like, when I come back, bitch, I'ma kill you. Now, I'm from the hood. You hear that shit every day. You don't believe it till they lay you down. White people, don't let this white guilt get you, okay? Relax. This shit is funny. 5 minutes later, I'm serving customers, and he come back in there, he's shooting. Now, I don't know if you ever been in a shootout with black people before, but when they come down the hill and they running and they shoot, I think that makes the bullets go faster. But I want to shoot back because I got my pistol in my hand. But what I realized, my pistol wouldn't shoot is because the shit was on safety. Now, I don't know if you ever been in a shootout before, but if you ever been in a shootout and you shooting your shit on safety, you're not in a shootout any longer. You being shot at. So I take off running, and I'm running down the hill, and my fucking titties just flying in my face, and I'm trying to hold my titties down, because you know these titties young, they took off running before I did. I run down the hill and I jumped over this fence and I run into my girlfriend's house. She was like, why you got blood all over your shirt? And I look down and I'm like, damn, I done snagged my fucking nipple on the fence. She called 911, y'all, and the EMT pulled up a little white guy. And he was like, man, what happened? I'm like, I think I snagged my fucking nipple on the fence. So the EMT guy tried to take my bra off, and you know, I got a big set of titties. I've had these same titties since the 3rd grade. So he's back there trying to take my bra off, and he's struggling like hell. I was like, evidently you never dealt with real titties. Let me give you a hand, EMT. So I had to bend my back in where my back titties would help him unbutton my bra. So he take my bra loose, and then my right titty just fall out like it was in a drive-by. So he picked it up and he's like, I think you've been shot. I was like, you think I've been shot? So he lifted my arm up. He's like, you got an entrance and it came out through your nipple. That's your exit. So I'm thinking like, this fucker blew my nipple off? Like a bullseye? So he's like, I need to get you to the hospital. So I get to the hospital, y'all, and the doctor examined my titty. He was like, ma'am, he blew your nipple off. I'm like, I fucking heard. He was like, well, ma'am, you really lucky, because if you was an A cup, you would have died. Them little titties would have got you killed, baby. These real titties, they save life. Thank y'all so much. I'm Miss Pat.
I like to smoke a little weed. Sometimes a lot. I like it. Yeah, it's fun. That's the best thing about LA is the weed culture. They have weed stores, y'all. Stores. When you walk in, it's like a Walmart, but weed's there. And everybody that's working there is either high or higher than you. Hey, welcome to Hammond's Room. And I was high as shit too, so I was like, thank you for having me. Why did I bow? Why am I bowing? Why am I bowing? I didn't know, it was high. We fell asleep standing up, it was fun. We didn't have that in Chicago, man. We didn't have that shit. You know, back in Chicago, I just had to find Jermaine, because he was the only man that had weed. It was like the Where's Waldo of drug dealers. Because he was never where he was supposed to be. Every time I called him, hey, yo, dog, hey, man, I need some weed, dog, come on by your house. Hey, dog, I'm not at my house. Meet me at Target, aisle 3. I'm like, dog, I'm not meeting you at a Target, that's fucking crazy. So I'm in Target, right? Don't judge me, I was raised. You set a goal, you complete it. I don't know if you've ever sat in a Target waiting on weed before, but you can't just stand there like, yo, I'm waiting on my drug dealer. Like, you can't do that. So I'm trying to keep busy in a grocery store I've been to 1,000 fucking times. I'm picking up things I've seen 100 times, like, I got Honey Nut and Cheerios. How do they do it? Like that. I finally get the weed. And when I go back to Chicago, I always kick it with my best friend Trey and my friend Derek, who's the dickhead. You ever had an asshole friend that you cut off and then you forget why you cut them off and they hit you up because they're charming and shit? Then you go to hang out with them, 30 minutes into that hangout, you're like, oh, you're a fucking dickhead. I forgot that. That's Derek. Well, I once called him after I went hiking for the first time in LA. I didn't really know what it was. White friend invited me. He was like, hey Chris, you wanna go hiking? And I was like, what the fuck is that? He was like, you see that mountain over there? And I'm like, nigga, who don't see that mountain? It's a fucking mountain, man. You ask me dumbass questions, I don't like the way you selling this. And he was like, nah, you go to the bottom of the mountain, and then you go to the top of the mountain, then you go back to the bottom of the mountain. And I was like, on purpose? That sounds stupid as hell. And then he said the one thing that could get me to do something, he was like, you gonna be a bitch about it? So now I'm on the mountain, right? In my Jordans, which was a terrible decision. Because I don't know if you know this, but mountains are dirt. So I'm like, I'm struggling. The funny thing about hikes, they're at least an hour long. You can't do a hike for 20 minutes and be like, I'm done. Because now you live in the mountains. This is where you live now. So I had to finish. People were happy, man. Everybody's in leggings. It's ridiculous. I'm huffing and puffing. Everything fucking hurts me. People are walking by having full conversations like, good morning. I'm like, fuck you, nigga, because I can't breathe. I can't breathe. What you mean? But I finished the hike, and I was happy about it. So I tried to call all my friends, but they all got jobs except Derek. Derek picked up the phone. What's up, yo? I'm like, yo, what you doing? Man, I ain't doing nothing, man. Watching Maury. I'm like, why are you watching that garbage? Like, because, man, they lives suck and it make me feel better about my shit. I was like, all right, man. Well, listen, yo, you know I'm in LA, right? He's like, no, I ain't know that. I'm like, okay. Well, that. And yo, dog, I just went hiking because it was crazy. And then he was silent for 10 seconds. And then he was like, hiking? Nigga, that's gay. That's not how gay works. Or hiking. That would be crazy. That means that you could get to a certain altitude where you just start wanting different things. And that would mean everybody on a flight is having a very weird experience. As they descend, they're like, I don't know what the fuck happened up there, but you keep it between us. He's always calling something gay, stupid. But he put money on the weed that day, so I was like, fuck it, come on. And I got up with him and my friend Trey. We used to get in my car, roll the windows up, it's called hotboxing if you need time. And we used to put instrumentals on, we used to rap. Now, me and Trey, we rap, so it was fun to freestyle with my friend again. But Derek never rapped. We always try to get him to rap, though, because it's very fun to watch people do things they suck at. Especially when you high. Ah, it's the best. And so he rapped one day, and it was the best day of my life, man. But I had to, like, coach him a little bit, because he's fucking dramatic, man. I was like, hey, Derek, come on, man. We ain't never heard you rap before, dog. Why don't you rap? He's like, nah. You know I don't rap. And he don't say the P on rap, and that pisses me off. I'm like, you know what? I don't rap. You mean rap? Nigga, we saying the same thing. So then I got dramatic with him and I talked to him like he was Batman. And I was like, come on, nigga, the city needs you. I'm gonna be real with y'all today. I ain't talked to the whole city. I don't know what the city needs. It's Chicago, so I'm assuming more money, less violence. But he was looking out the window when I said that. He looked over his shoulder. He was like, the whole city? Like, shut the fuck up and just rap, man. So he finally said, yeah, he was like, all right, I'm gonna rap. We're like, oh shit, Derek's gonna rap, this is crazy. So we got him a new blunt, cause that's etiquette. And we got him a new beat, that's also etiquette. He hit the blunt, he was like, hey, yo, this is for Kiki, you gonna be out of jail soon. I'm like, who the fuck is Kiki? And why are you doing shout-outs? We are not recording this. How can she hear you from this Honda Civic? this D, I be in the lane, switching triggers, pow pow, kissing niggas in the mouth. When I come around, now he kept rapping, but I stopped listening because that was new information for me. Like, wait, what? The most homophobic friend I have said the gayest thing I ever heard him say. It shocked me so much that I looked at my weed like it was the weed's fault. Like, what the fuck kind of weed is this? But I didn't stop smoking. I was like, let's see what happens. I'm in the front seat, Trey's in the back seat. I look in the rear view mirror, Trey's looking at his weed too, like, what the fuck kind of weed? So he keeps rapping. And I don't know if anybody's heard somebody freestyle rap before that can't, but you know they're done when they keep repeating themselves over and over again. And that was his thing. I knew he was done because he kept saying, when I come around the way, you know I'll be around the way, because I'm around the way, I'll be around the way. I'm like, no, park the car, you are done. I'm not about to hear you rap about being caught in a cul-de-sac, motherfucker. How many times can you go around the way before it's a circuit, fam? Fuck out of here. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Then he got done rapping, he was like, yo, that shit was crazy, dog. It was so much fun. I see why y'all do that, B. I see why y'all do that. And I was like, yeah. I got questions. You know what you said way in the beginning of that rap? He was like, no, I was lost in the zone. You know how it is? I'm like, nah, I ain't been that lost ever. Let me remind you so you know. So you said, this is you now. You said you was driving cars, shooting guns, and kissing men in the mouth. No hesitation, no stutter or nothing. Which is fine if that's how you live your life, man, but that was 2 bars in. Very early in the rap. Very early. You can't breeze past the secret bomb like that. Let's unpack that shit for a little while. Also, y'all relationship is dangerous. Why are you driving, shooting 2 guns, and kissing? Y'all need priorities. He didn't like those sentences together at all. He was like, fuck you, Chris. You was trying to be funny. Yo, Trey, did I say that shit? Trey looked him dead in his eyes like, hey, sometimes you be kissing niggas, I don't know. He got so mad he yelled the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard somebody yell in defense of like whatever the fuck they going through sexually. And he was like, see? That's why I don't rap. Like, what? I was like, you don't rap because you got secrets? Hold on, you don't rap because you get gay when you rap? Because that's a terrible reason not to rap, man. Rap is all about originality, man. It's all about doing something nobody else is doing. And nobody's doing the shit we just saw. You'll be the first nigga like, I'm a straight dude, but when I rap, I'll be sucking dick. Nigga, you go black. He immediately got out the car and started trying to walk home. And he lived like 4 miles away from where we were at. So I was driving alongside him. You know how it is when you have like a spouse that gets out the car and they just walk like, get in the car. Get in the car, Sheila. No, not till you listen to me. Or whatever y'all go through. It was kind of like that, but he's a grown man. So I was like, get in the car, man. He was like, no, and I drove the fuck off. I got shit to do, he'll be fine. Fuck out of here. I love this joke, man. I love that joke so much because I call him after it works. Every single night. And he picks up, knowing what this call is about, because it is the only time I call him. So he answers, and he's like, "What the fuck do you want, motherfucker?" And all I say every time is, "Yo, legacy lives on." He didn't talk to me for a long time.
You know about Colorado? Do you know about it? It's cold there too, and they have legal weed. That's the way to do it. First state to step up. First state to say enough is this fucking baby nonsense. Treat me like a child, tell me I can't have weed. First of all, everybody who tells you you can't have weed, they all should get on weed. Every single one of those motherfuckers, they're the people who need weed more than anybody. The people that are trying to stop weed. Everybody who says you're wasting your life, oh, you're gonna get paranoid, you getting paranoid? That's the best part. Everybody's afraid of that. Everybody's afraid of getting paranoid. I think it's a good idea to be paranoid now and again, because I think people are entirely too cocky for the situation that we're confronted with. What this life actually is, we're on a fucking giant ball that's spinning in space, and nobody talks about it. It's going 1,000 miles an hour, floating in the sky. Above us is a giant fireball, 1,000,000 times bigger than the Earth, and you need it for vitamin D. If you stare at it, you'll go blind. It's trying to give you cancer, and if it's not there, you get sad. You're not freaking out? We're spinning in infinity, and it doesn't come up. What's infinity? That's the weird one. What's infinity? It means it's so big you can't measure it. No, it's crazier than that. It does mean that, but you know what that really means? That means infinity is so big that everything that has ever happened on Earth in the exact same order, down to that pause, has happened an infinite number of times all throughout the universe. Everywhere in space, there is a you making the same colossal fucking errors that you've made your entire life. So if anybody ever tells you you could do better, man, go, apparently not. Because that's infinity. And if that doesn't freak you out, man, you need to eat a pot cookie and get on a fucking airplane, because you're entirely too cocky. You're entirely too cocky. You want to shit your pants? Pot cookie airplane. That's a religious experience. It's available for everyone.